Here with Nighthawks head coach and GM Mike Davis. Coach, take me through the final play of the game from your perspective. Of course, you were right on the field there. What'd you see?
I mean, not much. The scrum was crazy, and I saw the ball get bobbled, and then I knew we got a good push to start with, and we were able to hold on to him and not let him, kind of fall forward, and they made the call as it is.
Take me through the decision to put Moses Mallory on that front and the push that he got to make that play happen.
He's the biggest O-lineman. He's the biggest player on our team, right? He's not the tallest guy in the world. So low center of gravity. He's strong as an ox, and it was our best chance to try to offset what they were going to try to do with their jumbo formation.
And how about the play from Chizzy Umanakwe and James Caesar to kind of get in the backfield and bring Max Myler back? What'd you see from those guys in making that play?
I mean, they're just relentless effort, right? And we get those guys. We get that from a lot of those guys, and when they needed it most, they got it done.
And then when you think about the defense as a whole, getting that one stop when it mattered most, how are you kind of keeping those guys up after a tough game up to that point against Green Bay?
It was tough, right? We weren't playing well, and we were just shooting ourselves in the foot, right? You get them in third and long multiple times, and you make a mistake, and it's 7 guys doing the right thing, or 1 guy doing the wrong thing, or 6 guys doing the right thing, and 2 guys doing the wrong thing, and normally it's not conducive to success. So we just needed to settle in, and it took us a long time to settle in, and but we got to stop when we needed and came out with a win.
Settle in at just the right time at the end there. Let's talk about your offense. 64-point performance after 71 points in the previous game. Is this the best you've seen them all season?
I mean, for the last 10 weeks, I've told everybody they've been humming. Coach Shin is a mastermind of this thing, and that's why he's the best OC in the business, right? And we're fortunate enough to have him, and he makes the offense hum like it does, and just keeps people on their toes.
Speaking of the man at the helm of the offense, Jayden de Laura, he ends up with the MVP of the game. What can you say about his season, kind of taking over midway for Jerome and then just exploding from there?
I mean, he's a competitor, right? I mean, he's was a highly touted quarterback coming out of high school for a reason, obviously going to Washington State and then going to Arizona. And I mean, the sky's the limit for the young man, right? Obviously, we're going to try to help him get him out of here. If not, we're going to bring him back and try to run it back and see what happens.
And talking about the offense as a whole, right? Of course, you got the skill position players, Antonio Wimbush, Quentin Randolph, that they go off. 3 touchdowns for Antonio in the game, Quentin doing his thing. How nice was it for those guys to kind of show out again?
I mean, that's what captains and leaders do, right? They always say big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games, and you can always count on those guys to show up. Whenever we call on them, they're there to help us out, and they've been doing it all year.
And another group that's been doing it all year is that offensive line group. You've had so much continuity there with those 3 guys and coordinator Kyle Moore-Brown. How have you seen that group kind of grow and just kind of really gel together this season with health?
Yeah, I mean, we knew we were bringing them back together, and I mean, they're the best in the business. For them to get snubbed on any of the accolades is mind-boggling to me, and it's a shame, right? Because those guys literally are the best in the business. And so they played like it. They ran the ball at will and just kept it moving.
You talked about some of the accolades you were hoping for some of the players, but of course the staff that you brought here as well and that have been here for a little while now. I heard Shin, you mentioned, talked about Kyle Moore-Brown and Xavier Jackson. I mean, what can you say about the staff this season that you worked with?
I mean, we've been together for a long time, all of us, right? Like, obviously, Coach Brown and I have been together we've known each other for over 20 years. We've been together for 12 years, right? Xavier played for me, I mean, obviously, Coach Shin I've known since he was a player, and so for those guys just to watch them grow and stuff like that, and now Coach Brown getting his opportunity, and so we'll have some holes to fill on the staff, but it's a whole lot easier to fill those holes when you're a winner.
When you think back on this kind of tenure as a whole for the Nighthawks, yourself kind of taking over, first couple seasons building this program, how gratifying is it now to reach the pinnacle and have this championship?
I just think we put a blueprint together and ran the play. We kind of set it out. Hey, this is what's going to happen. We need 3 years to be a contender, and last year we just weren't ready for that level of success, and those guys came back with solid intentions, and we were able to get it done.
The guys wanting to run it back this year, they ran the table. They did just that. What will you remember the most about this group of Nighthawks?
Just the group in the locker room, like those guys, the brotherhood, like they bicker every now and then like family members and like your brothers, but they love on each other too. It's just the joking mentality. They always keep it light.
Coach, thanks for your time. Congratulations.